Well, at this point, the global economy is going through different shifts from America to China to Canada to Nigeria to Kenya, Lesotho, South Africa. There are different shifts economically, youth empowerment wise, as well as politically. At this particular point in time on this program, we will be looking at Nigeria's economy vis-a-vis the global economy as it is aligned with the United States of America, following a round of tariffs issued by the U.S. present administration, where Nigeria has a fair share of 14% of this tariff. We are joined at this time by Dr. ANAKWENZE. He is a medical practitioner. He is a businessman. He was one-time presidential candidate under the People's Democratic Party. Dr. ANAKWENZE, how are you doing today? Good to have you on Business Express.
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Thank you very much.
It's always my pleasure to want you to introduce yourself. Can we meet you at this time?
I'm Dr. NWACHUKWU, a medical doctor in America. I have a lot of businesses in Nigeria in the agricultural sector. I make rice, I make cassava, I make palm trees, coconut trees, pineapple, and now I'm planting vegetables. We also have animal part. We have about 2,000 pigs. We have fishery. We have thousands of fishery. We have pigs. We make water. We have the best bottling plant in Nigeria. So I'm in America. I'm doing well. I'm doing well in Nigeria. I'm just trying to help fellow Nigerians so that they can occupy the space that they're supposed to occupy. Doing well. That's whatever I'm doing is trying to help regular Nigerians, particularly the young people, not the old people.
Okay, great. Talking about your activities, your efforts at impacting the younger generation in Nigeria, particularly the energetic, youthful demographic of Nigeria. Now, looking at the U.S. United States economy as well as the Nigerian economy, the United States had just a few days ago dished out a tariff regime. Nigeria is not left out of it. We have 14% of this, and you are one person who is in the American market as well as the Nigerian market. What do you foresee that impact to be for Nigerian businesses, particularly you that is into such business?
The tariffs is a big mistake. The current president we have is fighting everybody in the world. He's fighting the black people, African countries, fighting the brown people, the Latin American countries. He's fighting the yellow people, the Asians. He's fighting white people too. He has tariff against Europe. So he's fighting everybody. America economy that was the envy of the world is now destroyed, at least of now. And China is taking advantage. Like I said before, Nigeria should not depend on any one country. Nigeria should work with China, work with Europe, work with Australia, Canada, work with everybody. Don't be looking at one person only, because the leadership we have now is not going to favor Nigeria or African people.
Okay, for you, you are into piggery. That's one business that is gaining grounds in terms of exports, particularly to Asia and other parts of the world. Can you tell us a bit of that business and some other of those businesses, the agro businesses you're doing, and how all of this tariff war is going to impact on such businesses?
The stage we're in now, we're producing for internal consumption in Nigeria. God has blessed us more than any other country in the world. God gave us gold, diamond, silver, aluminum, oil, bauxite. God gave us gas, oil. God gave us good land, like land with rains 9 months in a year. So God is doing irrigation for us. We have corn, maize, millet. We have soya beans. We have rice. We have cassava. All these things, God gave it to us more than anybody else in the world. We are blessed by God more than anybody else in the world. We should be booming. We should be a world power. We should be the ones supplying food, not just in Africa, but Europe, not in Nigeria alone. Make food that can feed the whole Africa. And then
okay, this Your submission is a known fact, following the fact that the richest export we have as a country today is oil and gas, and oil exports is up to about 95%. Now we're talking about diversifying the Nigeria's economy, talking about agriculture, talking about solid minerals. For you being an active participant in both sectors, what do you think Nigeria should be doing at this point in time? Where have we left out? Yes, with all the efforts that has been made today, what do you think can be done to facilitate and fast track these efforts to consolidation?
We need to go back to agriculture. When I was young, in the West, they had cocoa everywhere. And then in the East, they have palm trees everywhere. In the North, they had granite pyramid. We were solid. Nobody was hungry in the past. It's something of new. It's something new. And a lot of it have to do with insecurity. That's why I'm the one that's been preaching that our military needs to be made stronger. Our police needs to be stronger. We need to have each town with king, president, and executive to be adequately armed to protect the lives and properties of their people. It's a shame that people cannot go to the farm. They can't go to the farm. They're afraid of being attacked in their farm. If you read, they are killing farmers. That's why there's hunger. People who are farming cannot go and farm anymore because of insecurity. The army and the police needs to wake up to do their job, but more importantly is to allow each town to be adequately armed to protect their people, protect them so that their mother, their sister is.
So are you are you one of those advocates for state policing in Nigeria? And more so that government has incorporated the local vigilante scheme. Don't you think that is making a whole lot of impact? Yes, we have in the southwest the ANAKWENZE and all other some other joint task forces around, which has brought down significantly the level of insecurity around the country.
Yes, definitely state police is in order. I don't want vigilante just working by themselves. I want them collaborating and cooperating with the police and security agencies. The police should be in charge. But these people, vigilante, I have it in my village, they're everywhere. 150 people. They go to the bush, they go everywhere. In my own particular village, we don't have any problem. But it's sponsored by us. Every village is not strong like us. So the government needs to do something about being able to provide them adequate arms, supervised by the police and the security agencies.
Talking about stopping all of this, which efforts are actually ongoing, I'm sure you have such feelers as well as the feedbacks. But at the same time, aside the security situation which has been tackled, there is a place of having good capital for small business owners to grow their businesses, to expand for sufficiency. Yes, we also agree that government cannot do it alone. We had just a few days ago the president of the African Development Bank, Dr. Akiwumi Adesina, coming in to flag off some industrialization projects in Nigeria. What can the private sector do, particularly for you in diaspora? Yes, on your own you're doing something, but can you what is the call for others to join in so that together government and private sector can come together to make much impact in terms of providing capital, providing technical know-how and capacity to grow the economy?
I said before, and I said now, government owned this, government owned that is a failure, and it will be a failure. In America, the government doesn't own anything except for the Army and the Navy and the Air Force. Government-run Nigerian Airways, when I was small, it failed. Government-run iron and steel is still a failure. Government-owned aluminum plant is a failure. Government-owned shipping. Nigeria used to have shipping. It's a failure. All of that failed. But private sectors are doing well. Innocent Motors is doing very well, producing very good vehicles. Peace Airline is doing very well, have the best airline. Dangote is making a lot of waves and have refinery. That's the only way. You need to have like 100 of such people or 1,000 of such people. In America, the government makes sure you're well trained, and after you're well trained, they give you loan, like 2% loan. They help you. They guarantee the loan. They make the private banks give the loan, then they come behind and guarantees it, so the bank is not afraid. That's how my business started in America. I was only in the 30s when I started my medical group. You know, after I have my Doctor of Medicine, Master's in Business Administration, Master's in Public Health, the government trained me to have all those education. Then, when they know I can do it, they gave me money to loan to start my company. And I have 5,000 doctors now working for me in America. I've been doing it since I was 39 years old to today, since 1993. And we are successful. The loan is good. It supports us. That's what we have to do in Nigeria. We need to train the young people on skill acquisition. We need to pay the school fees of the young people to go to school. If 1/3 of Nigerian money goes to the youth to train them and help pay their school fees, it's a very good thing. It's investing in our future. You don't need to be spending money on all these old people who are just looking to chop chop. There's nothing for the country. Our hope is all based on the young people, and we need to invest everything we have for them. We need to give them skill acquisition. We need to pay for their education. We need to give them loan to start doing something. Everybody don't have to work for the government. Everybody don't have to be working for government this and government that. Most of the jobs should be, people should have their own shop and stores. Government give them loan. The role of the government is to collect taxes. When they go on, you collect taxes. When they give us the loan, they come every 3 months to monitor our business. They come to the site to see how we're doing. Say, are you hiring people? Are you doing well? They'll look at our books. That's what they go like. You have NAFDAC in Nigeria, something like that, agency. That's what they need to do. They give the loan. They must pay the loan back. The loan must be paid back. But they give the loan and they monitor the loan.
Thank you. Now you're talking about the American system has been operational for long and it's been very effective over time. Now the loan scheme was just introduced by this present administration. These loans are still being disbursed. We've not gotten to the time that refunds will be made so that it will be a recycling, revolving fund, as it were. What advice would you give to the authorities to ensure that these loans are paid back and at the time they are paid so that others can also benefit from such? And also, there is this also initiative that I want you to comment on where there is now a rule through the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the Ministry of Youth that whoever is graduating from tertiary education from the university, you must graduate with a business name, with a skill that you offer service in public. What do you think of that? And how do you think success can be recorded in all of this?
Those are steps in the right directions. Those are steps that I've been preaching this for a long time. Those are steps in the right direction. Normally what the government does is buy big jeep for elected officials, which is nonsense. We need to spend that money on skill acquisition and having young people have something they're doing so that they can be married and getting wives and getting husbands. That's where the money should be going. We have the resources more than anybody in the world. We should be a world power. We should be the one giving loans to all African countries. We don't need to be taking loans from anybody in Nigeria. We need to be supporting. We need to be the big man, the papa of African countries, the big brother. That's where we're supposed to be.
Now let's talk about access to primary health care for all Nigerians. You're in the medical field and you agree with me that the real medicine that is being practiced today, as it were, it's not affordable for the rural community. Yes, government has built primary health care centers, try to provide drugs for free, but it's not that very sustainable over time. In your research in medicine, where is the place of trado medicine in all of this?
In America, they have insurance for poor people. They have free insurance for poor people. It's called Medicaid. People who are old, they have Medicare. You worked all your life, and then they're taking some money out of your pocket every month to prepare you for when you're old. Then they have private insurance. All those things have a role to play. The government have to subsidize the care for the poor people, not pay it all off, but reduce it by like 70% for the primary health care, not for the private sector. The private sector have to charge their full fees, otherwise they will go out of business. But for the private sector, the public sector, the government have to subsidize this. It has to be part of running the government. All the oil money you're getting, take some part of it and pay for everybody to be well. If people are not well, the country will be sick. The workers are sick, you're not going to produce anything. So the primary health care is good that they're doing. They have to continue subsidizing it. Not free, but let them government pays 70% and let the people pay 30%. It's like that in America. If the regular medical bill is $150, for poor people, they will pay like $25 or $30. So it's
Okay,
nothing wrong with that.
Okay, Dr. ANAKWENZE, for want of time, before I let you go on a rapid note, what message do you have for Nigerians in America as well as Nigerians in Nigeria on the way to survive amid the global economic meltdown? Prices of crude oil is going down amid the trade wars.
We need to encourage the people to start making things and manufacturing. If what you're doing is buying, you import matches, you import water, you're not going anywhere. Gross national product is based on what you're producing and selling outside. We are able to produce and send things outside. China was poorer than Nigeria when they came out, but they are more determined and serious than Nigerian people. We have the people in Nigeria that can make cars. We have people in Nigeria that can make computers. People that can make TV. We have we have rubber. We have petroleum byproducts. What else do you need to make tire? We have it. They import the tires from rubber from us to make tire. They import. We have lead and lithium. That's what you use to make battery. We have it all in Nigeria. We have the people with the brain. The government needs to assemble these people and encourage them. I said the government don't need to own them, but you need to bring them together and make it easy for them to start. We can make those things. I said before, you need to open up all the seaports so that they are producing not just in Lagos, Warri, Port Harcourt, Calabar, and another one in Akwa Ibom. You need it so we can be making things and ship it. I said before, we need to connect rail lines to all the states in Nigeria, not just a few places, so that the animals made in Kanu can be shipped by train to all the capitals.
Thank you very much, Dr. NWACHUKWU ANAKWENZE, all the way from California, United States of America, for your contributions at this time. It is a pleasure always having you. We look forward to having you again very soon.
Thank you.
Well, that was our connection from the United States of America. Business Express continues after this break.